Hey guys, welcome to my channel. A blessed good day to you all. A lot of people in the diaspora are intending to purchase land in the Gambia, but they're not realizing that this is not an easy process. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you a story that one of my subscribers shared with me, and she would like me to share it with the audience so it can help a few others. So today I'm going to share the beginning of the story with you. I will introduce you to the background of what will later on develop in a following video that I will upload. So as I was saying, people want to purchase land in the Gambia, but they do not realize that this is not an easy process. And really, you can be scammed with your eyes wide open. Scammers who exist in the Gambia are masters of their craft. They have learned how to manipulate the Americans, and they have learned how to manipulate the Europeans. We come from a society where, usually any transaction that we do it legally, and most of us are not used to being scammed in an important transaction, such as buying a house or buying a land. So we tend to trust the process. And I'm hoping that today the information that I have will help someone. May them realize that caution need to be applied when you're considering to part with your money. So as I was saying, one of my subscribers rather emailed me with a long, detailed story that she wants me to share with you all. So Nikita has, she's been a frequent visitor to the Gambia for many years. So she decided, it was about time that she try and purchase a property, be it some land, an apartment or a house, because she's getting on in age and she believes that the West is no longer for her. So in 2018, someone she knew introduced her to a guy by the name of Bubba. Bubba convinced her that he knew someone who had land in a prime location. They had land to sell, and he would take her on to introduce her to this person. She was excited because when she did eventually reach the land, it was in a location that she liked very much. This was Sanyang. She loved it here because it was far from the madding crowd and was not overpopulated, and you could still get to town. And there was enough people dotted around at the location he had showed her. The land that he showed her was empty apart from the trees and the shrubs that needed to be cut if she went ahead with the purchase. He convinced her that she could pay 800,000 dalasi and that she could pay a deposit and then pay the rest by installments. She was happy, and, she went ahead with the arrangement because she had seen the land and she loved the location. Bubba was, very respectful to her in his dealings, and he even referred to her many times as auntie. He spoke to her with respect and, because he was a younger person. So she was totally drawn in. She felt an element of trust and was comfortable to do the transaction with him. After all, she said he was not a stranger and a good friend had recommended him to her. Nikita arranged to pay the deposit and sign the agreement to purchase the land. Bubba and the seller and Nikita signed the agreement. She decided she was going to go ahead. After a while, after that transaction, Nikita traveled back to the UK where she continued to pay by installment, not actually knowing that 800,000 dalasis was a lot of money at the time. Within the time that she was in the UK, the pandemic was rampant and she could not travel back to the Gambia, but she continued to pay by installment. When she did eventually travel back to the Gambia, she made several attempts to contact Bubba, who was the middleman in all of this. But he sent her a lot of texts, giving her reasons why, they would not be able to meet up. He was busy, he was working, he's busy on a project, he's in another location, and so forth. So she took, she decided, okay, let me go and see if this land, let me go and have a look at my land. She knew where the land was. So she and a free friend decided to go and see what was going on the piece of land that she had purchased. When she finally, it took her some time to actually find the land, because when she bought the land, it was actually empty. There was nobody there apart from a few people dotted around the area. The land that she actually bought was empty. And as you can see from the video, this is the picture she gave me of the land. It was totally empty. So when she went ahead to look for the land, she couldn't find, where the land was, because all of a sudden there were all these buildings everywhere. So it was hard for her to locate where her piece of land was. The situation left her puzzled, and, she drove around from left to right, and she could not see the location where she had actually bought the land, because, as I'm saying, it was no longer empty. So it was hard for her to identify it. And Bubba was not coming straight forward with her to show her, what was going on the land. Guys, at this stage, I'm just going to give you this introduction to the story. This is like a background to whatever happened. If you want to know the dramatic ending to this story, and believe me, it's dramatic, look out for part 2. You will be amazed to find out what Bubba did and how it all played out in the end. I hope, when you get the full picture of what has gone on in this transaction, it will help you to decide whether or not you feel enough trust to send your money from abroad to people in another country to buy you land. Because as this story will show you, that even if you're actually on the ground, there are people there who can actually scam you out of your money. So please leave a comment and a like if you like this kind of content, if you benefit from these kind of stories, and subscribe for new uploads. Have a blessed day, and one love.